Hey, what's happening, brothers? It is Solo, Dr. Solo Perry of the Mark Man. Excuse me, you guys don't know me as Solo, you just know me as Dr. Perry. And the reason I'm stuck in that mode is because I am entertaining my alter ego this weekend. In the art and animation industry, my pen name is Solo. And so I'm very much in that mode at the moment. I am in sunny Orlando, Florida. Yeah, it's sunny. It's going to be a high of 95 here. If you guys are in the Orlando area, in the Florida area, my wife is from Florida originally, um, and she, moved to Kentucky at a young age, or I might have that backwards. She'll correct me if I'm wrong. But man, this Florida weather, I'm, I need heat. This humidity though, I don't know. I don't know if I don't know. It's something different. Well, anyway, thank you guys for stopping by and hanging out with me. I'm not going to be in front of you guys long. I'm in my hotel room, as you can tell, and I'm here in attendance for a major comic book convention. It's a staple of our industry in comics and animation and fantasy, adventure, entertainment. If you guys have never been to one, it's a great weekend out for the family. They happen all over the country. Um, if I'm in your area, I'm pretty sure I'll probably be going live prior to attending one. Come by and holler at me. We're going to be at MegaCon here in Orlando. I don't know where the convention center is or really the name of it. I guess it would help to know the name of it. And the reason I don't know the name of it is because I am here. Um, I am here. It's at the Orange County Convention Center. I'm here at the behest of my new agent. I have an agent now to help assist in these types of things. Even though I do them on my own with my school, my comic art school, and with my entertainment studio. Um, I needed some help. Somebody who kind of knows this landscape, who has navigated it and knows the ins and outs, and has connections and networks. And so, yeah, I believe in using your resources. And so, anyway, as I said before, I'm not going to be in front of you guys long. As always, I just wanted to come and share my heart with you all and let you know where I was. As the motto says for the Mark Men, good men helping good men be better men. And yeah, so forgive me for not coming on last week. I know I said I was going to start probably on Mondays. But as you all know, getting momentum with anything after a significant loss is is hard for the best of us, impossible for most of us. And I can honestly say, losing my mom little back in March, um, you could have never told me that it would have impacted me as much. Blessings. Good. Thank you, brother. Good to see you too. Thank you so much. Um, would have impacted me to the degree that it has. But it has, and I'm still grieving, and I'm leaning into the process. And the reason I wanted to come on today here is because I just wanted to share my heart with you. Listen, let's get something clear. I am not a fan of using social media as your diary or your journal. That's not what this is about. The purpose of the Marked Man is for men to watch other men in process and learn from said process, no matter what it is: faith, fitness, family, finance, um, and just life, okay? Business, the whole spectrum. That is the purpose. And so, with that, it's, um, it's, I'm in process. I'm in the grieving process, and it's been, it's been tough. It's been tough. Um, my family has been amazing, but more to the point, um, the brothers that have shown up for me have been amazing, have been absolutely amazing. It is through their strength, through their encouragement, through their words, their timeliness of their outreach to me during this time. It has both humbled and shamed me at the same time, if I'm being completely honest. Um, because some of these brothers, I was in their lives when they experienced a tragic loss. And though this is not my first tragic loss, it is probably the most impactful. Because no one gets closer to you than mom. You know, if you've had a mother that has been a definitive mother, as me and my siblings have been so fortunate to have been on the receiving end of. And to all you brothers, and I'm gonna call some of you guys out by name: Stan, Brent, Warren, um, Talit, um, Corey. You guys have been a huge. My cousin Roderick, oh my gosh, my cousin Roderick has been showing up and showing up big. Um, but godly men, men of substance, men of achievement, men of family and of purpose and of mission that have been so gracious in sharing with me their own personal um, trials in this area. And so, one of the things I want to do here on the Marked Man, I think, I believe that it is timely and appropriate for us to benefit from others. So I'm going to be doing a series the next couple of weeks of interviews. I'm just waiting to hear back from certain brothers um, on how men deal with grief, how we deal with grief. I think there's this misconception that we are supposed to be strong at all times, never show any chinks in the armor, never crack under pressure and strain and stress. Uh, be a man, man up. We've all heard those cliches. And understand this. There's a time to be all those things. There's a time to be all those things. But it's very much also always a time to be present and to lean into it and to feel, right, and to be human, and that's okay. That's part of it as well. That's part of being a man. But oftentimes we have a hard time feeling safe in certain spaces where we can be just that, where we kind of let our guard down and just be men, um, and just be men. Um, so, with that being said, I wanted to invite some brothers here, and we're going to be holding a series of interviews. I can't say that they'll actually be live, but they'll be streamed as live events because I'm going to have to catch them at their convenience. But I think that we could all benefit from the information that they have imparted into me that has been so crucial in this process. You know, as I said earlier, I'm in Florida right now, and this was really a last minute thing. This was kind of a forced action, and I want to give a shout out to my wife, Latoya, who has been a pillar for me during this time, as she has been grieving herself at the loss of my mother. Um, my mother has been in her life since she was 17. Uh, we've been together. We've been together almost 30 years, and she came into the picture as a 17-year-old girl. And my mother, in many ways, was her mother figure. Um, that nurtured and helped groom her and brought her into the faith and was there when the children were born, and she was able to really glean so much um, from my mother that she felt the loss as viscerally as I did, yet she still found space to be there for her husband. To that point, at this convention this weekend, um, I expressed to my wife, and this is one of the things we're going to talk about in the future, about this, how it's okay to be vulnerable. For those of you who don't know me as well, um, I'm not the most vulnerable cat, even though I'm transparent as I can be. and I try and I live my life as an open book for the most part. Um, but vulnerability terrifies me, as I'm sure it does most of you. And so this time I've been just a walking open wound, and I've never been in this place. I thought I was in this place when I lost my grandmother, who was a mother figure for me. Um, I was extremely close with my grandmother, and I didn't think it'd get any worse than that, but it did. Losing your actual mom, um, that that's a pain. That's a hole that, man, I just indescribable. Um, but being vulnerable like this, I've had to lean on my wife a lot, a lot. I'm talking ugly cries. I'm talking spacing out, losing time, the whole 9 yards. And she has been there. She's been patient. She's been kind. She's been understanding. She's given me the space when she knew that I needed it. She still does because I'm still in it. Um, she has allowed me to blow up into rage and has not held it against me. And so this has been the process. And so in coming to this convention, it was in large part her influence, because when uh, my rep contacted me, I immediately told him no. I told him no. Conventions are hard for me because I'm very much an introvert, despite the social media presence and everything else. Um, I'm very much an introvert, um, and so it takes a lot for me to kind of be in those arenas for long periods of time, tending to supporters of your art and fans of the industry, and networking with industry professionals and try to make things happen. It's for us on the opposite side of the table, it's not the entertainment as it is for those attending. For us, it's work. And so not only have I not been able to draw and operate at 100% since my mom's passing, it's been, if I can get one thing done a day, I've been doing good. I've been doing great, and that's the truth. But being very conscious, talking to my therapist, being very conscious not to slip into depression or go too far down that rabbit hole of darkness. Um, if I get one or two things done to just keep the needle twitching in the area of progress, I've been doing great. But this was big because it's not only a convention, is one of the premier events in our industry. So I initially told him no, and my wife, um, and my daughter, who is my assistant in my school, um, both encouraged me to do it. They're like, you need this. You need to, this is what your mom would have wanted. You putting your gifts on display for the world to see. She would not have wanted you to stay in this place, you know, and they were right. My mom was a go-getter. Um, I remember after my grandmother passed, she got back into it. She couldn't stay down too long, and she knows how much we loved her, and I knew she wouldn't. We all talk about what she would not have wanted, but we know this for a fact. My siblings and I, we know how Mama moved, and Mama would be like, "All right, D, come on, son." She always called me Richard. All right, Richard, let's kick it into gear. And so, coming to this, even with that, knowing that, it was much trepidation, if not a little bit of fear, which is crazy to me. It's crazy to me because this community is salt of the earth people, and I've dodged bullets for a living. For those of you who don't know, I've been a cop for almost 30 years, right? Military veteran, decorated in both arenas, um, have seen the worst that mankind has to offer, and in this arena of comics, cartoons, art, geekdom, fandom, I was intimidated. I am intimidated. And so my wife, in her way, she gave me these cards to read for each day that I'm here. And so there was one on the plane. This is the card. It says, for the plane, time to lift off. And I won't read you what's inside, but it says, just when the caterpillar thought the world was over, it became a butterfly. And her words almost brought me to tears in between these two crusty brothers on the airplane. See there, that's all you get. Just the love and the TLC. And then there's the card for today. It says, go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you've imagined, by Thoreau. And in it, she mentions, you know, what my mom would have wanted and how proud she was whenever I was in my element. And so I still brought my anti-anxiety medication. Don't plan on being on that long. I don't take it regularly, but I brought it just in case. I'm trying not to take it at all. I'm going to try to tough through it. But if I feel the heart start to race and, all that stuff, I'm not afraid to say I might pop one. But anyway, yeah, I'm here in Florida, in Orlando. If you guys are anywhere in the area and you want to stop by, you want a great weekend, this convention goes from today all the way until Sunday. And I will be here with the Artist Allies group representing my school and getting my feet further wet in this arena that's been a part of my life for so long. But I want to encourage you guys that if you guys are going through something, allow people the opportunity to be there for you like they want to be. You don't have to be tough. You ain't got to be that guy all the time. I know that I won't be in this space long, but I will be in this space long as necessary so that I can be optimized for what my family needs, for my business demands, for what my friends need. You can't stay down forever. It's not God's will. It's not productive. It's not healthy. And I've been told I'm doing pretty good. I'm just not doing good by my standards, and that once again that's cool. I can deal with that. I can deal with that. So with that being said, I'm going to be doing a series of interviews. I'll be making announcements here on the Marked Man, on the Marked Man social media, and also on Marriage Impossible. For any brothers, or if you see any man that you think might benefit, on how we as men deal with grief. I'll be interviewing several other brothers that have been a blessing to me, sharing their stories, sharing their insights on how we go through the grieving process as men. Most of us are well aware of the stages of grief. We've all heard of those, but that's kind of a catch-all, and I think it looks different for each and every man on when we hit those stages, what those stages look like, the whole 9 yards. And so, hopefully, it'll be a blessing to you. We're starting off the Marked Man. People guys have been calling this a vlog. I don't know what it is. I guess it is a vlog. I don't know. We're gonna let it be what it is. Whatever it is what it's gonna be. And really quick, I want to share with you what I've been reading this week. I always want to leave you guys with some tools that I've been finding beneficial. And so I try to read between 4 to 6 books a month, with at least 3 of those being audiobooks, with the caveat of attentive listening, where you're actually consuming the content and just not letting it play through your ears. And so it's a muscle. If you haven't tried it, try it. If you're busy, try it in the car, try it at the gym. For me, the gym and the car are my go-tos for getting through books. And the other 3 to 4 books are actual books, right? Your library or Amazon. My wife hates it every time she sees an Amazon package come and she knows it's a book. But what I'm listening to and reading is this book right here, Grit, The Power of Passion and Persistence by Angela Duckworth. Exceptional breakdown on perseverance versus talent, right? And the inherent dangers when we overcredit talent over work ethic, okay? And we've all seen the t-shirts and, heard the sayings and the cliches amongst the influences, that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard, where she's actually an educator that has studied the science of work ethic and grit as it pertains to talent. And she has some great breakdowns and insights and even an equation, a theoretical equation on how to quantify accomplishment. and I think it's brilliant. I want to tell you guys too much, but check out Grit by Angela Duckworth. And secondly, the Almanac of Naval Ravikant, okay, by Eric Jorgensen. And so this book has been it's a little different. It's not a read through book. It's more like a book that you take bits and pieces. It's insights. Naval Ravikant is an investor, um, an angel investor. He's a billionaire. He's only in his 40s, so this guy's still alive. But this was an interview of Naval Ravikant and some of his insights. I believe he's a Buddhist, but also I think he's also an atheist, which I don't hate that. I just hope that he's right. And so, with that being said, check out the Almanac of Naval Ravikant. Just a moment. I have a late checkout. One, yeah, they're knocking on the door. Um, So yeah, check out the. Sorry about that, fellas. Check out the Almanac of Navarre. They came already. They came once before, and I told them I had a late checkout at 1 o'clock. Um, so anyway, check out the Almanac of Naval Ravikant. He gives his insight and his philosophies. You can agree, disagree. Look, whenever you're reading anything, take it with a grain of salt. Take what's good, eat the protein, spit out the bones. Okay, and this has nothing to do with his religious beliefs or lack thereof, because certain things in Buddhism I do agree with, but at the same time, you have to kind of I look at everything through a critical lens. Everything, okay? And just because this is his way and his insight doesn't mean it's the way. And that's with any author, okay? I don't care how revered they are. I don't care how esteemed they've been or how high their IQ is. Read with a critical mind. Consume with criticism. Be critical, okay? Ask the questions. Ask the tough questions. You'll be surprised at some of the things that actually don't apply, not only to your life, but don't apply at all. But you'll be very much um, benefited by those things that do. And so this is how I read everything, okay? And so it's okay to disagree. It's just not okay to be closed-minded and disagreeable. And so with that being said, I'm going to check out with you guys. I'll try to tune in with you guys Monday until I get my rhythm. I'm going to try to securing these interviews with these brothers and let you guys hear from some other horses' mouths on how we as men deal and cope with grief. It'll be a spectrum of stories, different types of grief. And so hopefully it'll be a blessing to you because they've really been a blessing to me. And so with that being said, this is D.R. Perry. And the art industry is solo. I try not to say that too often here, but I'm in that mode. Um, I'm checking out, and I'll see you guys next week if God says the same. God bless.